welcome to Janette's I'm Every Woman TV. I'm your host, Janette Burke, and I am delighted to be back live on location filming at the Studio Hair Salon located in the heart of Thornhill at 531 Atkinson Avenue at the corner of Atkinson and New Westminster Drive. So today we thought we'd do something a little different. It's called Everything You Ever Wanted to Know About Hair, but were too afraid to ask. And I bring back for, I think, the fourth time, veteran hair colorist and owner of the studio, Joseph Deluca. Welcome, Joseph.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be back.
So, Joseph, while we will talk about the everything you wanted to know about hair and were too afraid to ask, I'd like to start by talking about how you put together the studio and what makes it so unique compared to other hair salons.
Well, I've been in this industry well over 40 years. More years than I care to mention. And I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot in the industry. I've seen salons and different ways that they've operated. And one thing that they all have in common, stylists work for themselves. They're very self-centered. Everything is about them. They don't care what goes on in the salon. I wanted something different. I wanted a salon that works like a unit, like a family. So I took my time and we put together a team of stylists, colorists, makeup artists, estheticians, and we do work like a family. In this salon here at the studio, if you work with us, you're part of our family. If you don't work like a family, you just don't work here. And this is a huge benefit for the clients. The clients that come in, they don't feel if they want to move from one stylist to another, like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Do I have to leave the salon now because I'm not happy with this one? I want to try somebody else. And they can go to whomever they like within here. None of us feel threatened by that. As a matter of fact, we encourage it. Because it's good for a consumer to really test the waters and see, I may be doing someone's color 2-3 years, and they might want to try something a little different, someone a little different. And I encourage them to try someone else.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you operate almost like a conglomeration of independents who come together to provide a full service salon, which is, I guess, very convenient for your clients because they have everything they need from massage, hair, nails, and makeup, hair and color, all in one place.
Correct.
So they don't have to go around to different places.
Absolutely.
Which is amazing. So now we know more about the studio. But now let's change gears a little and talk about some things in hair, because obviously our viewers, our women viewers, want to know what's the hottest hair trends for 2016 this summer.
Hottest hair trends, and funny you ask. Someone asked me just recently, what are the trends for this year? And years ago, everything was a trend. Your hair went with whatever fashion was trending that particular time. And I'm referring more to clothing. So if it was a boxed, and if you remember the padded shoulders and the box, the hair seemed to go with that. Very tailored, very sleek. As the clothes got looser, the hair became flowing, more fluid. Today, anything goes. You know what? It doesn't matter what the clothing fashions are, clothing trends are. The hair, colors, cuts, styles, anything goes from short to long and flowy.
So really, it's up to you.
It's what suits the individual, and what's important, it's what suits the client's lifestyle.
So talking about what suits an individual, what are some considerations you need to look at before you can give someone a haircut?
When I consult with a client, I always talk to them about what they do for a living. If they're working, do they have young kids at home? This gives me an indication of whether they need something that's easy to look after, something that's not high maintenance. It tells me a little bit about them and what their life's like. So if someone has young kids at home and they don't have the time to frequent a salon on a regular basis, I'm not going to give them a hair color or a haircut that's high maintenance. We'll stick with something that's very low maintenance.
Okay. What are the 3 biggest myths about maintaining hair?
The biggest myths about maintaining hair. One is that, and I hear this a lot with shampoos, in particular shampoos and or conditioners, that every few months you need to change it because your hair becomes accustomed to it and it doesn't work anymore. Your hair is not like our body. It's not a living organ. And it's not medication that you're putting on there. So it's not that something becomes accustomed to it. If the product that you're using is not working anymore, it's usually because your style's changed. You've changed your style and you require something different to make that style work. I've had clients that come to me and say, am I too old to wear long hair? Hell no, you're not. It's what suits your lifestyle. If it suits you, it looks good on you. If it doesn't look good, I'm going to tell you. I've had clients that have come in and said, you know what, I want black hair color. And I'll look at their skin tones and I'll advise them. I'll say, I'm sorry, that's not going to suit you. It's not going to look good. You'll look very sallow. You'll look sickly. So it's not so much that they're myths, but they're things that people believe.
Okay. True or false? Hairspray, gel and mousse damages the scalp.
I would have to say it's true and false.
Okay, that's good.
True in the sense that if you're not cleansing your scalp, your hair and your scalp on an ongoing basis, yes, there is buildup. Especially if you tend to use these really firm hairsprays with a lot of lacquer in them. False in the sense that, no, your scalp's not going to get diseased. It can be washed. Most of the products today, especially the professional products, are water soluble.
In the scalp?
In the scalp. And don't cleanse those properly. It will restrict the hair from growing. So the hair, you'll notice the hair finer as it grows because it doesn't, the follicle it's like an opening in any bottle. If it starts getting any buildup around it, you're getting less liquid out of that bottle. It's the same with the hair.
Okay, so is it true, or I've heard this before, that one should never brush wet hair, that you should only comb it? Does it make a difference?
If you're using just a regular brush, yes, you shouldn't brush it because hair does tangle when it's wet, and you're better off with a comb. But they do have brushes for wet hair, and they're called the wet brush.
Wow. Okay.
And they do
I bet
go
you
through
saw
the
that
hair.
hair.
They do.
Well, maybe we'll hear a little bit more about that later when we talk to Helen. Okay. What are some things that cause hair to break?
Breakage is over-processing of hair. Not brushing your hair enough, letting it get really tangled, and then you're really pulling on that hair and it will break the hair. Also, cleansers that you use, products that you use in your hair. If they're drying, if they're cheap, if they have a lot of detergent in them, it will dry it to a point where the hair becomes very brittle and will break. Summer
color, you're out in the sun with your highlights or your full hair color. You're maybe going swimming in a chlorine pool, or you're at the lake, at the cottage. How can we preserve that color longer so we don't lose our investment in it?
The big myth is if you wear a hat, it'll protect it from the sun. The truth is that color strips from salt, wind, chlorine, any of those. When we wear a hat, we perspire. Perspiration has salt. It's going to fade that color. Best thing you can do is just use a good shampoo that's color safe. Other than that, just enjoy the summer. Don't worry about the fadage. It can always be corrected.
Okay. What constitutes a good haircut?
That would be a good question for one of the stylists. I color hair.
Right, you don't actually cut it. Okay. Okay, so you can't answer that question. I would say maybe that examining the angles of a face before you actually cut.
Again, yes, that applies to anything in hair. Whether we're adding highlights. Highlights is placement. And of course, you're going to place based on the shape of the face.
Okay. So I think we've covered a little bit of everything you ever wanted to know about hair, but we're too afraid to ask. And I want to know more about how we can come and find the studio to come and book our appointments here. And obviously, I mean, you guys do my color, my highlights, my root touch-ups. You also do my aesthetics. And we've had makeup done here for the show as well. So I'm pretty satisfied. I would like other women to come in and look as good as you make me look. How can they do that?
Well, just call us at 905-597-1450, or you can email us at the_studio@live.com. Or just come, drop in and visit us. 531 Atkinson Avenue, right on the northeast corner of Bathurst and Atkinson.
So if you want to feel like family at a salon, this is the place to come.
This is the place to come.
I'd like to also mention that there is a giveaway today for our lovely lady viewers, our lovely loyal lady viewers. Actually, we've hit the 2 million view mark, actually just over, when we combine our subscriber plus all our social media pages and platforms. Nice. And the groups that we post in combined. So I'm pretty delighted that I've done this in less than 2 years. So ladies, my loyal ladies, if you would like to win a giveaway today, which is a $75 gift card towards hair color, that could be for highlights, or it could be for full dye or roots or what have you. You can sign up to win this great prize by visiting www.janetteburke.com, and JanetteBurke.com is spelled JANETTEBURKE.com. There is a section on the website called Janette's I'm Every Woman TV, which you are watching. And if you scroll down on the drop menu, you will see great giveaways. There will be a sign up for you to claim this prize. There will be one winner for this prize, and we will notify that winner. So we do have a time limit. When you see this, you will have to enter in that time limit to win. As always, I want to thank Joseph Deluca for coming back and talking with us tonight. I know you weren't even feeling very well, and you did so well. You'd never know. And shedding some more light on hair and hair color and the studio. I want to thank you for being with us again today. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and share all our posts on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Vimeo, YouTube, Google+, Tumblr, Periscope, that's our new one, and so much more. You name it, we're there. Hashtag Janette's I'm Every Woman TV. And until next time, continue to be fabulous. This is Janette Burke, your host, signing off.